Welcome to Centennial Sports TV.
In tonight's show, it's Reefer Madness on the court.
Friday Night Lights moves from Odessa, Texas to East York, Toronto.
And our very own Jimmy Mangos becomes a pugilist. Centennial Sports TV starts now. Welcome once again, ladies and gentlemen, to Centennial Sports TV. My name is Josh Craig.
And I'm Alex Terry.
Mr. Terry, it's an absolute pleasure to be sharing the desk with you today. How does it feel to join the ranks of the stellar anchors we've got here?
Well, it feels a bit like rain in the summertime, my friend.
Not quite sure how to respond to that, but with both of us at the helm this evening, no doubt the true power of the beard will be revealed.
Like Battle of the Blades, but with beards. But enough about us. How about we introduce you to one of the many athletes here at Centennial College in a new segment that we like to call Colts Corner.
Today on Colts Corner, we'll introduce you to Theon Reefer. And if you didn't have a reason to watch the Colts men's basketball team before, you definitely do now. Reefer is a 6'6", 185-pound guard from Toronto. He originally dominated the post at Father Henry Carr Catholic Secondary School in Etobicoke, but transferred to Christian Faith Academy in North Carolina to hone his outside skills against better competition in the American prep school system. Unfortunately, things didn't work out down south, but he's since joined the Colts to get the required academics so that a Division I scholarship might be in his near future. But as for now, Reefer is excited about his current team.
I think we're a very, very skilled team. We got all the components to be a great team. We have the shooters, we have good guards, we have good wings, we have good bigs. It's just coming together as a team and gelling together.
Reefer has already made an impact on the court as he had 27 points in the Colts' first exhibition action, a 74-73 win over Niagara College.
Well, he probably could be the most athletic guy in the league. So having a guy who's that athletically talented, really, can bring up the level of everything.
To learn more about Theon Reefer, check him out live when the Colts host Fleming College on October 19th at the Athletic Wellness Center. You won't want to miss this rising star.
That guy has got more hops than a 2-4. Quite the athlete. Moving on now from the hardwood to the gridiron, where some of the Central Tech Blues took on the Chaminade Griffins earlier this week in high school football action. Football! Central Tech is coming off a huge win and looking for another all-star performance from Jamal Borland. Never one to disappoint, Borland picks up right where he left off, cutting through the Griffin defense and taking the ball in for an easy... Wait, what? Oh no. Next play, the world rights itself and Borland scores. Blues up 6-7. However, Chaminade fights back. Quarterback Billy Caden airs it out to Marvin Banner to put the team within field goal range. They convert and go up 9-7 in the quarter. Next quarter, and Borland's Jets are on again, breaking up the middle before being taken down. Second try, Borland cashes in for his third touchdown of the half, and Central Tech is up 22-9. Second half now, and like the Wright brothers, the Blues take to the air. Mugdo connects with Kadeem Thomas, who proceeds to shift into overdrive, leaving Chaminade and the TTC in his dust. 70-yard touchdown reception, and the Blues are cruising 36-20. Fourth quarter now, and the Griffins refusing to give up, converting this reception before going and getting the extra 2 to put the score 38-30. Next drive for the Blues, and Borland going through the motions trying to kill out the clock, but it appears that he fumbles the ball. Wait for it. There it is. Chaminade picking it up and rushing down the field, but wait. The play is called dead. The ref thought that Borland was down. The replay would show that in fact a fumble, but they didn't have the luxury that we do. The call would stand. Chaminade was able to make it to the Blues goal line and no further. The defense would protect the house not once, but twice, and the coach is loving it. Late in the game now, and the Blues would add some insurance with another huge reception from the speedy Thomas. Last chance now for the Griffins. Caden tosses up a prayer, and it's answered, only it's the wrong number. Central Tech would go on to beat Chaminade 46-30 to remain undefeated in this season.
Over to Lawrence Park, where the home club Panthers were looking for their first win of this year against the rival Northern Red Knights. Keep your eye on the well-appointed gentleman to the right. In the first quarter, the Panthers' QB, Scott Vanderson, hands the Red Knights an early opportunity as he's picked off in Lawrence territory. This one surely comes back to haunt the young QB as the ensuing drive sets up a Northern rushing touchdown. This must have put the Knights in a good mood, and it looks like Ray Charles' doppelganger saw that one too. Fast forward now to the second quarter, and Vanderson sneaks it through the Knights' defense for the Panthers' first points of the season and their first TD in 8 games. The point after was blocked, and Lawrence trailed 7-6. Lawrence would concede a safety, and Northern led at the half. More sloppy offense as Vanderson is picked off once again, this time by the Northern linebacker, and he would go all the way, but is brought down on the 2. Now on the third down, Northern will be looking for insurance, but can't capitalize on their superb field position. They remain in front with their 3-point advantage. And now, late in the fourth quarter, Northern's quarterback is picked off by Mark Triskin, giving Lawrence one last chance to march the field for the win. But, as seems to be the trend, Lawrence Park's passing game was anemic at best. Northern would take a knee and the game with a final score of 9-6.
This past weekend not only marked the Thanksgiving holiday, but also an East York football tradition that stretches back some 60 years.
That's right, Alex. After a hiatus throughout the 90s, East York's annual Friday Night Lights game was back for its 6th consecutive year.
The game holds a special place in the hearts and minds of East Yorkers who flood the school stadium each year to celebrate the game they love with family, friends, and alumni.
This year, as in years past, crowds raised money in order to keep the sport alive in our community, purchasing not only the scoreboard, but also player equipment.
The East York Goliaths hosted the Leaside Lancers in the school's annual Friday Night Lights matchup. The biggest turnout of the year saw thousands of students and alumni pack the stadium. Starting at the logical point, the first quarter, and East York running back Courtney Pointers Grant goes for a 40-yard run before being knocked out of bounds. And Courtney loves that. Clearly inspired by Pointers Grant, quarterback Calvin McCanch takes matters into his own hands and rushes for the touchdown in a play that would make Billy Bob smile. 7-0 Goliaths, and they are enjoying it, to say the least. Ensuing drive now, Leaside starts their own parade down the field. Quarterback Dan Giacomello links up with Jay Yee for a first down and a juicy gain in yardage. The drive would end a set, down, land, touchdown, whatever way you spell it. Paul spelt it 7 points for Leaside and a 7-7 ball game. And that's how it would stay for the end of the half. On to the third quarter now, and McCanch takes to the air, hooking up with Robert Kilbrand for the first down in the red zone, and Leaside is poised to score. Kilburn furnishes his own dirty work with a dipsy, a doodle, and he goes to the outside for the touchdown. East York would miss the extra point but hold a 13-7 lead. After each team failed to pull off a fake punt, Leaside finds themselves within field goal range. Turns out, pigs can fly. At least their skin anyways, and the Lancers within 3. Second down, 15 yards to go. Giacomello takes flight and lands for a first down and a huge gain for the Lancers. With 35 seconds left in the game, Giacomello looks for the pass, changes his mind, goes himself, and gives the Leaside Lancers the first lead of the game. Montana says there's no thrill like throwing a touchdown pass. How about running it? What a comeback, what a warrior. Last chance of the game, East York to plug the hole in the ship. McCanch throws up a hope and a prayer, but it's smacked down both metaphorically and literally. Leaside would keep the Goliaths winless, hanging on for a 17-13 victory.
They played really, really well. Our boys played really well. Our defense just played absolutely solid when they were down on our goal line 3 or 4 or 5 times and weren't able to punch it through.
The 6 years that we had this event, they've won 3, we've won 3, so we've squared it up. So we're even in the Friday Night Lights game, and you know what? It's just a great event, and we look forward to it every year.
Following that look at the gridiron, let's take a moment to put things into context. These are your current TDSB South standings. Both Northern and Central Tech take W's this week, placing them atop the pyramid, each now holding a 3-0 record. Leaside sits just under the big boys with just one loss marring their season. And finally, East York and Lawrence Park dropping this week's games to continue their pursuit of that first victory of the year. Both schools currently staring down an 0-3 season.
Coming up after the break, Mayweather may not fight Pacquiao, but maybe Jimmy Mangos will.
And a Toronto-based retailer pounds the pavement for charity.
Hurry!
Can't get enough sports? Why not make it a career? The sports journalism program at Centennial College gives you the foundation to work at a job you'll actually enjoy.
Join the list of graduates currently working for the CBC,
Rogers Sportsnet,
The Score,
ESPN,
The National Post, and many more.
Register today.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the back nine of this evening's program. How's the beard treating you, Josh?
Well, Mr. Terry, very well. In fact, I feel the only thing I'm missing is a jean shirt, a jean jacket, and a majestic windowsill upon which to place my cowboy boot-clad foot.
Okay, Chuck Norris, might I invite you to stop daydreaming of the Montana cattle drive long enough to finish off the show?
Touché, Mr. Terry. I see your beard is quite the match for my own, but perhaps not for two Russian wrestlers making an impact here in East York.
Team Impact is one of the most successful wrestling clubs in the GTA. Two immigrants from Russia, Keiteg Pliev and Tamerlan Tagieb, are trying to make their own mark on the sport in Canada.
One of the most talented is Keiteg Pliev. He's training with Tagzi Tamerlan, and he is a 3-time national champion. And he's been to 3 world championships since 2009, 10. He just came back from 11. He's been to 2 Pan Am championships. In October 20th, he'll be representing Canada, go to the Pan Am game in Guadalajara, Mexico City.
I've been here ever since I come to Canada, Toronto, 2005. 6 years I've been here, and it's like my family. I have good relations with everybody, coaches, athletes, everybody.
Full of potential, Tagieb would like to follow in his countrymen's footsteps and compete for Canada. His biggest challenge, however, lies outside of the gym.
He's a former Soviet Union high-caliber wrestler. He's got landed status. However, he doesn't have any Canadian citizenship, so he cannot represent Canada at the foreign soil.
For this budding star, discovering the sport was a happy coincidence.
My friends went to the gym for practice and they took me too. And I came and I try and I love it. It's my life now.
Both wrestlers credit Kim for a lot of their success and view him as more than just a coach.
He's like my older brother, you know. I like he understand everything what he understand me, you know.
He's like my father. I lived with him 2 years in his house, so we become like family. It's very close.
For these two men, coming to Canada didn't just bring a new beginning, but a new sport and family as well.
There are plenty of retailers actively involved in charity work today, but one local running shoe store is literally going the distance, providing shoes and self-worth to thousands of Haitians.
On January 10th, 2009, the people of Cap Haitian went for a run. Something seen on the streets across the Western Hemisphere, but never before in Haiti. Runner and retailer Nick Capra was part of the Canadian team that staged the event. 3 years and 1 earthquake later, Capra and his business still work to make a difference.
Building relationships within the community, but you're also building confidence with the individuals, because there's nothing like crossing the finish line after your first 5K or 10K.
In the mid-90s, Capper began to encourage customers to return their used shoes in hopes of redistributing them to the needy. Before long, Running Free Sports was supplying lightly worn shoes to communities across the globe, an act of charity that would spawn a lifelong commitment to Haitians.
The people who took them down to Haiti inquired about me coming down to advise on starting a road race down there, and that's how everything started.
2010's quake left Haiti's already struggling economy in a desperate situation. Capper responded, reevaluating Running Free's Reuse Shoes program and turning it into an economic force for change.
What we're doing now is we're using the shoes as part of a microcredit financing system. So we're actually lending the shoes to existing merchants that are down there. And once they sell the shoes, they give us money for them, and then we take that money and then loan it to other people to start businesses.
Running Free's commitment to Haiti has evolved over the years, but the main focus remains providing the average person a chance to better themselves through sport. Capper's passion for charity has even rubbed off on some of his employees, who now echo his belief in the power of athletic achievement.
You feel good about yourself, you kind of get that high, and it carries over to other things in your life. You've accomplished something. A lot of people haven't done or things like that.
The people of Haiti continue to work towards staging another event, because as Capper points out, even a small race can invigorate feelings of national pride and infuse a beleaguered people with a new confidence.
You actually see people running on the streets now in Haiti, which is odd. But when we first went down there, you didn't see people running. There was no one on the streets running, and that was the other great thing, is that there's some heroes there. We create, just this race has created heroes in Haiti.
It's great to see a retailer engaging its customer base in its charity work. Not something you'd come across every day, Josh.
You know, it's not, Alex, and if you'd like to find out more about Running Free's Mission Haiti project, you can check out their website at www.runningfree.com.
Earlier in the year, I was able to catch up with the owner of Twin Dragon Kickboxing Club, Lou Giuliani, at the Terry Fox Run. This week, our very own Jimmy Mangos was able to meet up with him at the dojo to see if he had what it takes to become the ultimate warrior.
I love action movies, especially those about kickboxing. My love is so strong, it got me thinking, could I be great? Could I be the next boxing champ? For more answers, I went down to the Twin Dragon Kickboxing Club at Danforth and Pharmacy to talk things over with my buddy and former Coach of the Year, Lou Giuliani, who has helped mold some of the country's best fighters.
Because we have our man Jimmy Mangos.
Jimmy,
he wants to become a
Jimmy's
great
the man right now.
I don't know about that.
He's got the body, he's got the cardio, he's got it all. We just got to know, Jimmy, do you have the heart?
Do I have the heart? Answer, yes. But a fighter needs more than heart. He needs a training montage. I was ready, but to be the best, you gotta beat the best. So I asked my friend Lou to set me up against two-time champion Roger Yang.
Roger Yang was a professional fighter, welterweight champion, Canadian welterweight champion, and he's I don't know. I've got a lot of faith in Jimmy. I mean, look at his physique.
It was time to put my skills to the test.
If I had to choose, I don't know. I'd say 50-50 right now. Jimmy's got a shot. Jimmy has a shot.
Good gracious Lord, what have I done? I deserve this.
Oh, Jim. So maybe fighting isn't for me. I guess I'm a lover. A lover who loves to dance.
Nobody puts Jimmy in a corner. Well, except for that guy. Stick to the dance floor, Jimbo.
Jeez, he really got him with that left hook. Even my jaw's hurting.
Well, that's all the time we have for you folks. Thanks for spending your evening with us here at CSTV. I'm Alex Terry.
And I'm Josh Craig. Good night.
And see you next week.